Hi, my friends. I want to share with you a great technique how to go in and create a perimeter edge, but make it look like it was cut last week or 2 weeks ago. You know, sometimes when we cut a perimeter edge, it's so blunt and so heavy, and it looks like it just walked out of a salon. Now, nothing wrong with that, yet I think the edges that we see, they're a little bit more lived in. So let's get started and share with you a technique that we refer to as cross-hatching. Let's go in and let's release about 2 inches of length. Yeah, let me share with you a way to really create that in a soft way so it doesn't look like it's just walking out of a salon. So we're going to go through, once again, working with a white comb so I get a contrast of color with the fabric that I'm working with. Now I'm going to go through and I want to take this up about 2 inches, but I want this to look really soft. So let's just go through and let's just take the back area into our hand. Okay, so I'm going to take this back area into my hand. And I'm going to work with a longer shear. So I'm going to work with a 7-inch dry cutting shear. I'm going to work with our swivel. Okay? And let's say I want to take off 2 inches, but once again, this is a great technique for those clients that say that want a soft edge or where you don't want them to walk out with a blunt haircut that looks like they're walking out of a salon. So I'm going to notch it. So watch the triangles I'm going to cut. So I come in, triangle, move over, triangle, move over, triangle, move over, triangle. Now look at the points of my triangles, they're the same length. Now turn the shear over, this is why I go to a swivel, and now go opposite direction. So I'm going to go opposite direction, opposite direction, opposite direction, opposite direction. So let's look at what we cut. Short to long, 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 short to long. Now keep this section in your hand, take your comb, wide teeth of the comb come underneath the section that you have, take the palm of your hand, place it towards the head. Now come back through and now elevate and fan. Okay? The fanning. Shear is parallel to the floor, hair is parallel. Look at where I'm cutting. That hair is parallel to the floor, now rotate. So that I'm going to maintain the halo of length and releasing just the weight. Now I like to fan this because if I keep my hand like this, my eyes see tons of weight, now I'm going to get over aggressive. The hair's not going to fall just in that area. It's going to expand itself out when it collapses, as you'll see when I release it. So put it in a separated state so that you read it properly the way it's going to fall. Where I see tons of hair, I just continue to keep the car running. Okay, move the kids, get them in the car, and we'll go look at some more forested trees. Now watch when I release this. When I release this, look how this edge is going to look soft, but it doesn't look like it was cut today. It looks like it was cut 2 weeks ago. Okay, same thing, take my next section. Now I'm going to bring everything back square to this. Okay, so I'm going to keep that front a little bit longer by over directing back. Now look at where I'm at now. Set up the length to match. So watch the point of the V, look at where I close that shear, that would be where my length's at. So watch, if I had it this wide and I close this wide, that's where my length's going to end up. So watch how I set the shear up to close right where the length's at. See where that length's at? I set it up, I see the bottom base of this V, where it's at, that's where I set up. So I get these points to be equal. Now I come back opposite direction, let's go here. Now watch. Wide teeth of the comb, come back in. I'm about 2.5 inches above the perimeter of length. Now come through and fan. If you go to New York City and you have your picture drawn, watch those guys and they do it very fast without you even watching it. But they'll take that white sheet of paper and they'll draw diagonal lines across this way and then diagonal lines across the opposite way. And when I ask the guy what he's doing, he goes, oh, I'm cross-hatching the paper. I go, why are you doing that? He goes, I'm putting these visible pencil lines in so I can know to set your eyes, where to set your eyes, where to set your nose, where to set your mouth. So it's basically a grid that he created that allowed him to get the balance of your face. So basically all I did was just take that concept of what he does and just applied it to the perimeter edge of hair so that we get a nice soft edge to that. Okay, let's go back. Now remember, I'm bringing everything back to me. Okay, I'm going to cross hatch, set up the V to that length that I have established. See how that length is? Now turn and go opposite way, and now come back through, turn and cross hatch. Okay, and then once again, what I love about this technique is the idea if you're getting just these variations of length that looks like you're not having to spend this time slicing into it and going in and doing all those other things. You're just going in and immediately getting the edge by, once again, working with the technique. So there's a great way for you to take off the length in terms of taking off length, but taking it off in a soft way. It's just simply a technique that we refer to as cross-hatching. And once again, at Sam Villa, it's all about making hairdressers better hairdressers through the process of education. Thanks for watching.